To the left? Okay. How about Shema to the brothers online? How Shema to the sisters? Right? Of course, we had big up to Jeremiah. He had class in Connecticut yesterday, right? And God, we want to go over some of the things that he touched on, right? So a lot of things that he touched on, we want to go over that. He talked about the Lord's favorite things. So I want to get the scripture about the Lord's favorite things, and then I want the scripture that he went over in First Samuel, right? He was talking about where David was on the run from Saul and he cut off the hem of his garment. Right? What we want to do is we want to see the verbiage that our forefathers wrote in, and we want to see if we can carry on with that same verbiage. And by verbiage, I'm meaning what was written, how it was written. Right? We want to adapt that old style. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to create our new Americanized style. We don't want to think of how we think and how we talk and words and replace English words with Hebrews. You don't want to do that. You want to find out the pattern of how they said things, right? And say in that manner, right? So we're going to go over the Lord's favorite things, right? The Lord's favorite, right? Lord's favorite, right? And best as we can, we're gonna translate everything good. This is in the Apocrypha, right? So even Balthazar, right?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna try to get the scripture, right? In the Apocrypha, right? We're gonna try to follow along there, right? It says all one dove. Get dove. So we know that the Lord is not into thinking of all things as equal. Right? That's not how the Lord works, right? The Lord has favors over everything, right? So now we're gonna go to 2nd Ezra 5, chapter 5, right? And then we're gonna start at verse 23. Okay? Yeah. I think this tablet is dead too. I need this tablet to get charged. The charger, right? Okay. All right. If you can't hear what I'm saying, please type 1. If you can't hear what I'm saying, right? Type 5, right? Type 5, right? If you cannot hear what I'm saying, all right? Okay. If you cannot see what I'm writing, right? Say that you cannot see what I'm writing, and I'll go look for another pen. Okay. You got it, brothers up?
Come.
Or you trying to take notes at the same time? Is it anything you need? Just let me know. I'll try to adjust it to meet your accommodations. All right.
Throughout our one, I appreciate it.
No sweat.
2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 23.
Okay.
And said, "O Lord, the bearers rule."
O Lord, that bearest rule. All right. Rule, right?
Come.
Okay. So we got a word for rule. It says mashallah, feminine of 4474. I'm gonna see what 4474 is, so we can get these words on the board. Right, rules 4474. Mashallah. Right, that's the minion. Right, let me see if I can get more words or more common words for rule. Right, rule comes up 247 times in the Bible. Right, so of course we want the most common, right, word for rule, and the word is mashallah. Right, so we got the Lord's name, number 1. Right, we got the Lord's name. Lord's name, right, is Yahweh. Right, this is in the Bible. If you read it in Hebrew, right, the Lord's name can only be pronounced this way: Yah, or spelling it wrong. Right, in Hebrew, like this: Yah, Ha, Wah. Right, if you're taking your officer's test, If you're taking your officer's test, you're gonna need to know how to write this just like that. Right? Ya, ha, wa. Right? This is how you say this in English. Right? So that's the Lord's name, right? And the Most High rules. So let's get rule. Right? And the word rule is shall. Right? Shall. Written so, shall. Right? Shall. Right? And of course, at the end, we're gonna go over the alphabet as usual, saying what each alphabet character is, right? And we're gonna use that to expand our vocabulary and to get more familiar with our culture. All right? Because the brothers in Connecticut, man, I only remember Isupk. Right? A lot of them didn't tell me what their names was. Isupk told me what his name was. You know what I mean? Big up to Isupk and the brothers that was with him out in Connecticut. Big up to Hartford, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Big up to Hartford, Connecticut. Right? And I think some of the brothers said they came from Springfield, Massachusetts. And big up to Springfield, Massachusetts. You know what I mean?
That's right.
No sweat, man. You know what I mean? So from the scripture, right? What's the next word there in the scripture?
Next word. All right. Just and then Yahweh rule.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Of every wood.
Of every, right? So when it comes to saying of every, right? Don't get caught up with English, right? Of every is the same thing as saying of all, right? Of all. Now, how do you say all in Hebrew, right? All is kal, right? Which means every, right, is also kal. Just like that. All right? Ma is how you say of or from, just like you're saying of or from. Of or from is the same thing. The same on every and all is the same thing. Bring me all the cars here. Or you say bring me all the cars here, or bring me every car here. It's the same thing. Right? I want to collect every book. I want to collect all books. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I want to have every, right? Back in the kids, right? I want to Pokemon, right? You gotta catch them all, right? Or you gotta catch every one, right? You gotta collect all Pokemon cards, or you want to collect every Pokemon card. It's the same thing. You're saying the same thing, different English word, right? Don't get caught up in there, right? I am of Brooklyn, right? Or I am from Brooklyn. Pratazar is from Yonkers. Or Pratazar is a man of Yonkers. Of and from is the same thing, right? And in Hebrew, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be of, it's going to be ma. Right? Ma. Right? So that's how we talk in Hebrew. Of anything, it's going to be ma. Every and all are both, they both mean the same thing. They both mean all. And the word for all is cow. Right? So of every, right? Give you a chance to write it down. Okay. Let me see if I can get it on a thing right here so I can give you a chance to, I still want you to read it where we can. Where are we going to be? We're in second Ezra, so 5, right?
Count 5 and 23.
5 and 23. Okay, so let me see here. Okay. And said, "Oh Lord, that bearest rule." So we got the Lord's name, we got rule, right? And he's saying, of every wood of the earth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look up the word wood, right? And we're going to get the most common word. We came 141 times, right? With the Noah's Ark, right? And the word wood is the same word for tree, which is Itazar. Itazar, right? Of all wood, right? So there's a scripture in the book of Acts, Acts chapter 5, where it says that they hang Yahweh Shai on a tree, right? And then you read in other parts of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and it's going to say they hang Yahweh Shai on a cross made of wood, right? But now some who don't know the Bible, they're going to say, look, they didn't crucify him on a wood, they hanged him on a tree, they lynched him. Now both of them are the same acts and intent of a lynching, right? But Yahweh Shai was put on a wooden crucifix, right? Because that's what history shows, that's what history says, and a wooden crucifix is made of a tree. It's just that in our culture, we call a wood tree. You see what I'm saying? So I'll say, if you had a chair that's made out of wood, I'll say that's a chair that's made out of a tree. It's the same thing, right? Good, right? So we got wood, right? Wood equals tree, right? And both wood and tree, right, is Itazah. Itazah, right? Which is just two Hebrew letters, I and then a Tazah, right? Itazah, just like that, right? And now, being the people that we are, right? We are the people that bring forth, rappers, right? We give birth to rappers and poets, right? So we are people that liken things in the form of simile. So now, if I don't have a word for hard or a hard surface, right? What I do is I look at the preference of a tree. A tree is hard. So now my word to say hard, right, is now Itazah. Itazah now becomes the word for hard, right? And this goes to the same thing with bones, right? Another way to say hard will be bone, because your bone is hard, right? Parenthesis. Right quick, right?
Yes, sir.
Bone, the word bone is very similar to this word. The word bone in your body is born out of this word right here, Itazah. So go ahead,
Do also deal with when you're saying hard for tree? Is that like more like a masculine way?
No, it's not. Okay. I know the world is bent on masculine and feminine, right? We don't think like that. Right? If you go into oppressors' books, right? Most of the language in the world is by masculine and feminine, and we had a way that you could identify masculine and feminine, because the feminine would always be in the lower rank, right? But our culture is based on rank. Our people, right, know this. When it comes to the culture of the Israelites, from Genesis to Revelation, right? The culture was everything in the Bible. The purpose was for the Israelites to rule the earth, right? So our culture is all about ruling, and the Most High ruling. The Most High got the dominion, and then we sin against the Lord, and we lose the dominion, we lose the rule, and now we become a lower rank in society. Now, at this point, we're the lowest people in society. But the Bible said that we were supposed to be on top, right? So everything in our culture and existence is always about being in authority and then losing the authority, getting up in rank and then being lower in rank. And always, and everything, including us and the heathen, always being in lower rank to the Most High. And with a lot of times when you see the Most High talking to Israelite men, you're going to see that he's speaking to us in what the white man calls, what the oppressor calls, the feminine tense, right? The so-called feminine tense, which is really just the lower rank tense, right? The Most High is not talking to us like we're women, right? That's not what the Most High is doing, right? Oh, no, that's good right there. That's good right there. Yeah, come on. Appreciate that. How you doing, ladies? Okay, so that's the culture of Israel. We are a people based on rank. We invented the military. We invented reading with Moses. We invented generals, captains, and officers over the men and soldiers, and then the sisters, and then the helpers. You see what I'm saying? We invented that. That was our way. Our structure and our lifestyle was based on that. and having manners to a man above you. You see what I'm saying? As we're going to go off into a scripture later in Samuel, right? We'll keep reading here because I know time is going to leave us before we know it. All right? Okay. All that beareth rule, right? Wood of the earth, right? So we got the word earth. Right? Oh, let me just put right? We got the word bone, right? Hard. All right. Hard comes from this. Itazam comes from itazam. Itazam with an M. This is how you say bone. Right? Bone comes from itazam. Itazam comes from itazam. Right? And the word hard, right? Could be, you can use either one because it's the same. Itazam, right? That was our way to say hard or hard surface. Okay? Alright? All that bears rule of the earth. We know that earth, and then this today is the same way as saying dirt. You gotta put some dirt in the flower pot. We will say you gotta put some earth in the flower pot. Alright? Which is arataza. Okay, arataza, right? Arataza. Alright, arataza. Okay, let me see if I can get the word favorite right quick. Favorite. Okay. Okay. We have ma'ra'ah. And ma'ra'ah means from seeing. Okay. Stuff like this, you gotta get the definition. Definition of favorite.
Here's the definition of favorite. Preferred before all others of the same kind.
There you go. Preferred before all others. So we're gonna see there's a word that says preferred. And there is a word that says preferred. Right? And the word is shana. But shana can mean change or second time. So let's see if there's more. And this is Esther too. This is Babylonian origin. Right? Not Tazak or Chaldean. That's not what we want. All right? So we're going to get favored. We're going to go back to favored. All right? Favored. Comes up 15 times. 4758, 4758, 4758. Oops, 8389. What does that say? We got tha'ara. All right, that's goodly form. All right, let's see how much times that comes up. We got 7451, 7451, and 7451 says right. All right, so we don't want to do that because we don't want people mixing up with the word evil for right. Okay. Children of who was well favored. Okay. Mara'ah. There you go, right? So Ra'ah, we know that Ra'ah means to see, right? Favorite is Ra'ah. Ra'ah. Right? That's how you say favorite. Right? Favorite. Right? And of course, you always gotta look for the root of the word to see how the hell we got this thing to be called this thing. Now, Mara, you see a word for that means something that we're looking for in English. It starts with something that's a preposition. You have to get the sense of it. So you have to put this as of and the from, right? From what? Remember what our eyes?
Is it head? No.
Close? Close? What? No. Head is Ra'ash. I could respect that, but that's close. But this is something that you use from your head as you got the word head. You see what I'm saying? Now, how do you know something is your favorite? Yeah, you got a favorite. What do you got a favorite of? You got favorite watches? Okay, now you get your favorite watches. The only way you can know it's your favorite is when you put them all up and you look at it. So Ra'ah means look or see. Right? Look or see. Right? So this became your favorite because this is from your looking at it. Right? Ma Ra'ah. That's how you get the word favorite. So when you come down to saying favorite, you're gonna put ma, right? Right on the Ra and right on the Ah. That's how you get the word favorite. Right? Let me write a little better than that. Ma Ra'ah. Right? Ma Ra'ah. Okay? Ma Ra'ah. Okay? That's how we get the word favorite. Okay? We only got the Hebrew sheet in it, right?
Oh yeah, just pick it up.
Yeah, if you could, right? Right? All the brothers online, right? Don't forget to contact your camp leader, right? For the famous, world coveted, you know what I mean? And plenty times stolen by fake Israelite groups, right? The Hebrew alphabet sheet from One West. How do you know it's from One West? Because it says Israelite School of UPK on the top. That's how you know it's from One West. All right? Because One West was just the address of the Israelite School of UPK. That's the foundation. Any man that says they come from One West or they are born out of One West or they got some kind of One West doctrine, you know what I mean? You are what the Most High says through our King also, right? That you are building on another man's foundation. Meaning what? You're supposed to be in the same camp according to the scriptures. There's not supposed to be many different camps according to the scriptures. That is what you call a heresy in many times when a brother breaks off, right? And then you have what they call vagabond Jews, meaning these are brothers who pretending to be like the priest, but they have no home. You see what I'm saying? But meanwhile, the UPK is the home of the truth, right? And there's many scriptures all over the Bible by the intention of the scriptures. And anybody that says anything different than that, you are changing the intentions of the scriptures, right? If you say, if anybody that says you don't have to be in the UPK to be in the truth, you are changing the intentions of the scriptures. You are what Yahweh was talking about, adding and taking away from the word, right? It's a very evil thing to do. How do you know it's evil? Because it pits brothers against each other, which is not how it's supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to have unity and brotherhood, meaning what? One faith, one baptism, one Lord. One baptism. The only way you can have one baptism is if there's one place where you all go to get yourself clean from your sins. Now, besides that, if you're not in the UPK, you don't have the power to cleanse another man of their sins. We're supposed to go over sins later on too, because Jeremiah went over sins yesterday. Sin in Hebrew is kata'ah, right? Kata'ah, right? It's not katazah. Katazah is arrow. This is kata'ah, right? Kata'ah, right? Right? You have the word cleanse. Cleanse is kapar, right? Cleanse is kapar, right? Kapar, and then you have a man when he's clean, right? or rather not clean, but pure is tahar. But we want to stay focused on these words right here, right? You got kata'a and then you got cleanse. Kata'a is sin and kapar is cleanse, right? Write down kata'a for you right here. We got a ha, and then we got a ta, and then we got a ah. Hold on. Make sure I'm writing this in the right direction. Okay, good. Right. Kata'a. Okay. Ka ta'a, right? Kapar, of course, right? The ka here, and then a pa, and then a ra. Ka par, right? Good. Okay. Let's get the rest of the second Esdras 5 and 23, right? Okay. So the Most High rules because the Lord got favorite things. We went over that, right? Most High's name, Yahweh in the Hebrew, right? Most High rules. Rule is mashal, right? And then of all, ma is of, kal is all, right? Of every word of the earth. Earth is a ratazah, right? So we're building up vocabulary. This is fundamentals, right? It's like teaching a child. You take your child to a park. He's always been in the house all his life. You take him to the park. When you show this to your child, you say, this is the grass. This is the water in the river. This water is called a river. This is a tree. That is a bumblebee. We're learning like children here. Okay? Right? So when you're ready, practice all right? Mm-hmm.
And of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
One only vine. Yes. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is a favoritist. Not only is he a racist, he's a favoritist. He's a treeist. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, the Lord is. They're saying they mad at the Lord is racist, man. You gotta be mad. God don't love all these trees. I think he set some of them on fire in California every year, right? At the oppressor's expense, at his demise. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, sir, if I may, you know what I'm saying, this goes along like, you know what I'm saying, what they said about us when we do our, you know what I'm saying, our annual barbecue on August 28th of August, on August 28th.
That's right.
Sunday.
August the 28th, August 28th on a Sunday. That reminds me, I gotta get the flyers out of the car.
All
right.
For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So you know I'm promoting, and we got our own people calling us racist.
Right.
Calling us racist because we have a safe place for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, so they can come to the safe place and iron out their differences. You know what I'm saying? A family affair. You know what I'm saying? There's no blood, there's no crip, there's nothing but, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters there to iron out any beef that's on the block. That's what we're doing for the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing for our people. God. And they get upset because we don't want other people to come to our barbecue. Right. And we try to iron out our differences over some good burgers.
Right. God, absolutely right. Yeah. When you're coming, right? Because you can come at 8 o'clock, all right? At 8 o'clock, there's a box of flyers. Right? There's a box of flyers that's supposed to be in the trunk, right? Just bring them, come, right?
That goes along with the scriptures that you're pulling. The Most High God, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel.
Right. Okay. Absolutely right. So we got the word for only. He said the Lord said he only has one tree that he favors. Right? So we got word of the earth, and then we got the word only. Only is ra-qua. When it comes to the thing with the Q in there, you cannot say the Q like it's a K. Right? You will have miscommunication. Okay, first of all, what is rock? Is there a word called rock in Hebrew? Right? Is there a word called rock? Remember now, we gotta not be Englishmen. All right, we don't want to get tripped up by English wordings, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in my concordance, right? I'm going to look into my Strong's Concordance. As a matter, let me get the physical book. Okay. Don't forget to get one of these. They're like $12 on Amazon. Might be a little higher. Who knows? Inflation going on, everything, right? But still, have these books. Fundamental. This is what I have on my Amazon Kindle. I just bought it for $1.99 on Amazon, and I can walk around. I can go bring my tablet to camp. If anybody if Rutazar wants to break something down, he can just call on me, and I get the Hebrew word on the Kindle. Have a brother read it there, because technology is very convenient. But technology you can't run now. If the light go out, we don't got no tablets, but we do got the book. All right. So now you go to the back of the book. You got in the whole thing. There's every word in the Bible in English, alphabetical order from A to Z. And then you have a section that is Hebrew, right? Where they're going to have every single Hebrew word that's in the Bible, from A down to the Ta. Okay? Go ahead, Pertazar.
We have a question by brother in class. He's saying...
Brother in class, what's your name and where you from?
That's his name. Brother in class. Right?
Brother in class, right? And that's very vague and anonymous.
From Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn. Here's what you do, brother in class, right? You're gonna take down my number. You're gonna put this in the chat too, right? 516. Not you. Not write it down on your notes. Write it on the YouTube chat. You got my number ready. You call me today, right? 516. Slack it, not 516. 347. All right, because 347 is the Brooklyn area code, right? Okay. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Hold on. All right, you got it? 347 280. Right, 3520. Right, that's ISUPK Brooklyn. All right, 347 280 3520. 347 280 3520. You got any problems or any questions about the Bible or anything we believe in, right? Shoot me a text, call me, right? Any hours of the day, 4 in the morning, 2 in the evening, all right? For the brothers in Brooklyn, for the brothers in class in Brooklyn, right? And be a man of much courage, right? You got to fear the Most High before you fear the white man is watching class on YouTube, on Facebook, on YouTube. You fear the Most High more than that, man. You know what I mean? If you're on the Lord's side, guess what? Nothing's going to happen to you. They drag Commander Johanna to court and try to make Israel speakings illegal. But guess what? We still there. Why? Because we won in court against $1 million companies, and those $1 million companies was putting money behind the court, and our God won over money. You know what I mean? Our God is more powerful than money for the brothers in Brooklyn, all right? Okay? No problem, right? No problem, right? But Lord be with the brothers in Brooklyn, and may the Lord raise up the brothers in Brooklyn and wake you all up. You see what I'm saying? And bring forth all the unity and brotherhood, man. You know what I mean? Big up to the brother in class. You know what I mean? For sure. It's better than nothing, for sure. It's better than the scripture says the kingdom cometh not with observation. He could have just watched and act like nothing is going on. You see what I'm saying? But the brother, big up to the brother in class, right? He just texted me. I see you are. All right. I'm not even gonna say your name. You know what I'm saying, just out of respect. All right. But big up to the brother in class from Brooklyn. All right. Go ahead, Partizan.
He was trying to he was answering the question.
Okay. Let me know what he got.
Right, he got down. Isn't that word for evil?
Right. He's right. That's not rock though. right? Unless he's trying to get rakah in the New Testament, right? Ra is evil, right? Ra is evil, right? This is the main word for evil is Ra, right? Go ahead.
It's a lot, so if I may.
Yeah.
Because we talking about Ra right now, we got the qua on it. Sometimes, like when I was started writing it, like I used to put by itself RAH for Ra.
RAH, but for Ra, RAH, Ra.
Just the sound.
Okay,
sound,
Ra.
So
okay.
That's pretty much. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Okay, I got you. Okay. We got it right here. Rock.
I think that's a preposition. It sounds like a preposition.
What's that?
Oh no. I'm saying like I've got ma. You know what I'm saying?
Can you see right quick? Ma is a preposition. Come. Right. See if you can see right here. Right there. So we got rock. 7.3. This is concordance code. These are what you call concordance code. 7390. And it says rock from tender, weak-hearted, soft, tender-hearted, weak, right? So that is why it's very important. It's very important to say or pronounce the full, be careful how you make the pronunciation of these characters, right? Because now we got only is rakwa, right? But now rock with a K is weak, right? Rock is weak. Rakwa. Remember now we're going to this alphabet sheet. Right? So if the brother in class, right, from Brooklyn, right, if he texts me and requests for me an alphabet sheet, I'm going to send it to him because I would be the camp leader in his zone. You see what I'm saying? But for everyone else who's in any other zone, right, you would contact your camp leader, right, and you will get the alphabet sheet from your camp leader, right? So we got the qua right here. This is the qua, right? And this is the ka. The ka is not pronounced like the qua, right? Ka and qua is two different characters, right? Their meanings are two different things. This is the meaning of the palm of a man's hand, the ka, and this qua is a pictograph of a mousetrap, a snare, so-called snare, a mousetrap, right? Two different sounds, two different attributes, right? Mean two different things, pronounced differently. You gotta be careful with that. Okay. And then after that, I want to if there's a rock. There's a rock, right? RACH, right? And that rock is the root word for spirit. I'm gonna move the evil over here, right? Is the root word for spirit, right? This is where you get the word rakha from. Okay. The Most High got one tree, right? One in Hebrew is akar. Let me just put one over here, so because we're gonna erase all of this in a second. All right. Anybody online that missed it, of course, you just go rewind. All right. And then the brother in class from Brooklyn, he said Rai, all right, which is evil. Rai, evil is Rai. It's a very important word because you get to reading in the Hebrew. This is a word you're gonna see all the time, right? Rai and evil is just how you say bad, how we would say bad. And we did plenty bad in our lifetime now. And when you read about them brothers in them scriptures, them brothers did a lot of evil. And sometimes evil was not like an evil thing from Satan. It was just you put out judgment from the Most High on a place, and you did evil to them. You see what I'm saying? Because they did wrong and you punished them for it. So they feel like, damn, I don't like this. This is bad. Bad in Hebrew is evil. It's the same thing. Just like, yeah, good and bad. Or you have good and evil, the same thing. In your present society, they make it sound like evil is more bad than bad. Yeah. According to our culture in the Bible, all sin is the same. All sin is the same, from the highest one to the lowest one. From the 10 Commandments to rape, which is not in the 10 Commandments. You go in the same hole in the ground, dead, if you do any one of those. The wages of sin is death. Okay? Good, right? Is there any more in that scripture there? Let's read from the top one more time.
Second Esdras, chapter 5, verse 23.
Okay.
And said, O Lord, the beareth rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof. Thou hast chosen thee, only had chosen thee, one only.
We gotta find the word for chosen. We gotta find the word for chosen. Okay, I want the most common word for chosen. We got 977, concordance code 977. It says bakar. Bakar is usually the word for, it is right, it's the word for choose. Right? So chosen, very important word to us. I came across this word a couple of times when we were reading in the Tanakh. Chosen is bakar. Bakar. Okay. I need to get rock. Okay. I'm gonna look for a rock to get a little clarification, because we got rakah and then we got rock. Just want to check to make sure, right? There we go. Rock, raga, right? Abagada, hawaza, ha. Hawaza, wa, za. Right, wa. We got a lot of wa's here. There we go. Rakah. There we go. Rakab. Okay. So so it's saying, okay, we gotta get rock. Hold on. One. Okay, there we go. Rakah. Rakah is to breathe. Okay, rakah is to breathe. Rawak is wind. Rawaka. Okay, it might have been in a different book where they were saying rock is the root word for rakah. Okay, but that's not what is shown here. So let me just teach what they're showing here. We have rock. You have rock. Ka. Okay, rakah is spirit. Okay, rawak is wind. It's not the same, all right? If you say rawak and someone tells me rakah, I'm gonna say one is saying wind, rawak is saying wind, and rakah is saying spirit. All right. Okay. Let me not put my candle on the bed. I'm gonna take a picture of this and share this, because I know there's a lot of Israelites out there that want their culture. Okay. Good. Okay. And then Professor.
So I have another question.
From online?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Priest and Officer Marshall,
what's going on, brother man?
Yes, he said, Slakia, sir.
Yeah.
How do you say the Most High in the Hebrew?
Most High.
Baba Kushah.
So we're gonna get it in the scriptures. When you do this, you'll find a scripture that says the Most High. You know what I mean? You find a place where it says the Most High God. Okay. Okay. It says I Yawan. So that's this. We're in Genesis 14 and 18. Let me see my tablet up. I really want the brothers online. I want to show my phone, but my screen is a bit small. Okay.
You said Genesis.
Okay. Genesis 14 and 18. If you want to read it, it's fine. Right? Most High. Right? You're usually going to see. Al Yawan. Right? When you read the Tanakh, of course you're gonna see the Assyrian Hebrew Al Yawan. You're gonna see that. Right? Our Hebrew, of course, you're gonna see Al Yawan. Right? Al Yawan. Right? Of course, when you see one, when you see a one, right? This means noun, right? Meaning you're talking about a person, place, or thing. Okay? Okay? So no matter what it is, if you see either one, that's not a word to say anything. It's just saying that this thing, what it was, is now a name. Right? We know that al is based on the word over. Okay? And then you have words like ram. Ram means high or exalted, right? But when you see the Most High here, you're not seeing the word ram in that state or that case, right? So the tablet is on, right? Good. We got 25%. This thing is charged. I don't know what charge it is. I want to put it back on the charger for that camera, right? So we can get back this charge that we took from whoever's charger that is, all right?
Okay. This was plugged. No.
It wasn't plugged in, but we should plug it in.
Come.
Come. Take your time to it, right? Ain't no hurry, right? Okay, good. So I got my books here. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Bible app. Okay. You download this from the Google Play Store. Don't worry about the cross, right? That's the thing they killed King on, right? If we could have an app without it, somebody make it. You know what I mean? But this has the concordance app on there, where behind every English word, they're gonna give you the concordance code of where it's from. I like to use the app. I carry it on my phones. I study anywhere I go, at any given time or any part of the day, right? When I'm following along in class, brother pull the scriptures, I'm finding the words of the scriptures while we in class. I go to the scripture and I read along. We in Acts 5 right here, and they say, but a certain man. This is Greek now. How do they say but in Greek? There. Okay, good. But a certain man. A certain. Why you say certain in Greek? Tis. Okay, good. A certain what man? I say man in Greek. And there. All right, and then I follow along in class like that, and I just click and I click and I click, and I pick up on vocabulary, and then I teach you on a Friday. All right, through all my collection of, my years in the truth. All right. Okay, so we was going to the Most High, so we put in most, and then we put in high. All right, and then we put in the search. We're gonna have our Genesis 14, 18 at the beginning. Okay. And we see the same concordance code, that 5945 is this word right here. Island one is 5945. All right. Now, Most High comes up in the scriptures 51 times, as the result says. And I just want to look to see if there's any different concordance codes behind the other ones. Right. This is into the high utmost. Right. So this is not talking about the Most High. Ignore that one. We got the Most High still 5945, 5945. In the book of Samuel and Psalms, it's still 5945. All through Psalms. We got Oh Most Mighty, which is not talking about the Most High. We got Thigh, because of course it's doing the search thing, right? 5945 all through Psalms. Oops, we got 4791. Let's see what that says. Now this is of course the lesser common term. we're looking at 5945 the whole time, right? So this is how we're gonna know which one we should choose and not choose, right? So this was Psalms 56 and what, 2, right? So we look at that and it says Ma Rawak, right? And it's used to say hi, right? But that's not how our culture of saying Most High is, right? Everything else is saying 5945 through the rest of the Psalms, right? And so we got our witnesses. We got the books of all of Moses' books. We got the books of Psalms as a witness, and we got the books of 2 Samuel as a third witness to say that what Isla one concordance code, right? Concordance code H 5945. We got 3 witnesses, right? To say the Isla one is the word for the Most High. Now here's what I want to do. I want to check in the Tanakh to make sure that it is being written, right? The same way how we're saying right here, I Yawan. I want to check in the wording of the sentence itself. So we got Deuteronomy 32a here. So what I do now is I go to my not transliterator, but my interlinear Bible, right? And we're gonna get Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Okay, in my interlinear, right? Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Okay, as it starts with the Most High, and there it is in the sentence. Ba-ha nakal. Nakal means inheritance, right? In the inheritance, Al-Yawan. Al-Yawan is the Most High. All right, so like what just happened? Okay, hold on. Right? Baha nakal, in the inheritance. Nakal is really the word for downstream river, right? So the idea of a downstream river is how we created the sense of saying descendant. So all of us is like a river flowing downstream from your father's father to your father to you to your son to your son's sons to your son's son's son, right? Is a downstream river of heritage. That's how we got the word nakal. Nakal. All right? Right? In the inheritance, Isla one is the Most High. Ba means in. Gayam meaning races of people. Right? Or in other words, in biblical terms, the nations. Right? Parad. He has separated them. The Lord separated the races of people on the earth. Right? So don't try to unite all races of people on the earth, because you'll be going against the Lord's work by doing that. Right? What fellowship does the wolf have with the lamb? Okay? Good, right? So we got the Most High. Now go ahead, Brother.
So we have another question.
Okay, we have another question. Go ahead.
All right, this is from Sister Makwadash.
Makwadash, right? Pick up the Sister Makwadash. I mean, she made a lot of beautiful garments for them brothers, man, and passed them before. And I mean, pick up the sister, man. Work is work. The Lord respects work. You see what I'm saying? So big up all the sisters that work in UPK. Big up the sisters that went out to Kensington that time. You know what I mean? And all the other times when the Kensington and fed them homeless people out there in Kensington, Pennsylvania, man. You know what I mean? Kensington is world famous for, you know, having all of the drug epidemic people in Philadelphia. It's the most place populated with most of those, and sisters went there and put in work. Let me get a sister's question, Faratazar's name means breakthrough. All right, Faratazar means breakthrough. All right, go ahead.
Shalom. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Adon B'Hashem
Shalom, Yahweh Shema B'Hashem Rashad.
Makwadash, checking in, sir. Can you repeat the difference between Rauka and Rawak?
Okay. Wind is Rawak. Wind. Spirit. So this is a very special word for the Israelites. Spirit is Ra. Now, when you write them in Hebrew now, right? Rawak, of course, you're gonna have Ra, Wa, Cha here, and of course, you see the Ra, the Wa, and the Cha here. You're gonna have Ra, Wa, Cha here. They consist of the same Hebrew letters, Hebrew characters, we call them, right? Ra here, Wa here, Wa here, Cha here, Cha here. Now, the only difference is the connectors. Up here, we get the Ra here, and then we got the Wak together here. But down here, we got the Ra connected here, and we got the Cha connected here. And that makes all the difference in intention, because communication relies upon what is said and how it is said. I could say, yo, you stupid, man. You say, oh yeah, man, it's funny. But if I say, yo, you stupid. You see what I'm saying? Because how you say things make the difference. And that same thing goes with the connectors. If you say Rawak, you see what I'm saying? I'm going to say he's saying wind. You see what I'm saying? If you say Rakha, you're saying spirit. You see what I'm saying? And you became an investigation like we always do to make this difference that is hard to find in the earth without someone who's actually looking for the diligence to actually find that thing. And trust me, man, Head Priest Marsha, Head Priest Arya, them brothers was full of diligence and research and scour libraries. Head Priest Arya Philip, he was on slavery at construction when he was young in the truth, right? And he fell down an elevator shaft and he was in a wheelchair for a long time. And he didn't waste no time to armor the wheelchair. What am I gonna do? He didn't sit at home like a lot of you do. He didn't sit at home and say, oh yeah, we're gonna wait for Christ to come back. The scripture says in Romans that we, the disciples of Christ, is gonna bring Christ back. So that's what Head Priest Arya did, because he know that the Most High respects work. The kingdom comes not with observation. He went through all the libraries, had the brothers bringing books upon books upon books, and they went through books, highlighted things, took notes of them. You see what I'm saying? What did he do? He went to camp to bring all the stuff that he researched, shared it with all the brothers to become the Head Priest Arya that you hear about today.
That's right.
He didn't become Head Priest Arya just by, I'm an Israelite. Nah, he went out there and put in work. In what? January, April, August, November, December, he put in work. You see what I'm saying? And work is respected. People see work. Don't put your candlelight under a bed, man. All right, so that's the difference between Rawak and Rakah. That was a good question too, all right? Okay, we got the Most High. Right, let's get
yeah. I think you was doing the last word was chosen.
Chosen. We got chosen is Bakar.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna continue in 2 Nations 5 and 24. Okay. We're probably not gonna get into the Samuels, the book of Samuels, which Muhammad was talking about yesterday. And we started on this topic, so let's just keep running on this topic right here, right? Okay? Yeah. Just read the whole verse, and I'll see if I can fit it on here on the board. Okay.
All right. 2 Esdras, chapter 5, verse 24.
Okay.
And of all lands of the whole world, thou have chosen thee.
And of all lands, right? So you're gonna go into your Tanakh, and you're gonna see the Tanakh written like so. Wa, your and what? Ma, and of all, right? And then you're gonna see a ka, and then you're gonna see a la, right? When you see this, you have to know how to break it down, right? When you see that, don't look at this like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on here. You gotta look at this and know the rules as we always do. Prepositions. Is there any prepositions? Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, prepositions, and then you have the word which is kal. We know what kal means, right? This word right here is kal. Right? We know what kal means, right? Kal means all. Right? What do we have here? Number 3. Right? Number 3 is ma. Right? We know that ma is of or from. Right? What we got here? We got what? Ya. Hold on. Say the scripture again.
I will come. And of all
And
lands.
of all. So I put the ya in there by accident. Right? So we got the y is going to be written right upon on the letters from, being that it's a preposition. Right? So we got 2 prepositions. We got ma means of, right? Wa, right? At the beginning of a word is a preposition. Prepositions go at the beginning of a word. Always means and. Right? Let me put the and sign here. Right? And. Wa at the beginning of a word always means and. This is how you say and in Hebrew. You put a wa at the beginning of the word. Right? Wa at the beginning of a word is not ever going to mean anything else. Is there a word that's not? I don't know. Is there even a word that begins with wa? Except wa, we got wa. But wa together is the obvious. You're going to see that it does not mean and. And there's no word as and. Okay, let me look in the concordance to see all the wa words. I've never seen much wa words before. Just make sure. Okay, ha, wa, right? There we go, right? Look at this. So, of course, this is the Hebrew section of the concordance, and they give all of the words that are in the Bible, right, in English and in Hebrew. And then for words that begin with wa, you have 1, 2, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine words in the entire Hebrew, in all of the world in Hebrew, right? 9 words that begin with wa. And this wa, look at this. This is Vashti. This is not even a word. This is a name. This is the Indian broad you read about in the book of Esther that disobeyed her husband, and her husband had to get another wife because she was so disobedient. You see what I'm saying? What else we got? We got Vashni, right? This is a name of an Israelite. Her name was weak. They named her Vashti because Vashti was famous for being weak. She was a weak woman. What is a weak woman? Disobedient. Any woman that thinks that she's higher than a man or more intelligent than a man, that's a weak woman. Right. A strong woman uplifts her man. She knows her role is to help that man. That's how that was the mission to the woman in Genesis. He's gonna make to him a help meet. That is the mission of all women from the beginning of time to the end of time. Any woman that doesn't do that, she has poor work ethic. She's not good at what she does. She's weak in her handle. You understand? Other than that, who's next? The third wa is what? Vanaya. That's another name. And then who else is there? An Israelite. Vasfi. Right? Okay, so 4 of all the words that begin with a wa in the Bible, we got out of all 9 of them, 4 are names already, right? Okay, we got Walad, which is really from Yalad. Right? Then who we got? We got Vajesatha, a son of Haman, Jewish boy in the Bible. So what 5 names of all words that begin with wa are names. So now we got 1 word, child, right, which is walad, and then we got what? Wazar, presumed to be from an unused root to mean bear guilt or crime or strange. Okay, we got wazar, and then we got what? Wawa, which is a hook. It says right here is a hook. As you know, we teach that this is the fish's hook. We hunt with this hook. All right, so wawa is probably a hook. And then we got wahab, of uncertain, a place in Moab. That's a name of a place. Right? So we got 5 names, 1 name of a place, And then we got Vidan, right? For Vidan, a place in Arabia. All right? So out of all words that begin with wa, two is a word. We got hook here, right? And then we got Vazar, which is strange, right? And then we have Walad, which is just another tenth of Yalad, right? So there's really only three words that begin with a wa. All of them, let me write it down, right? All words that begin with wa, right? Right? We had wow, which is a hook. Wow is a hook, right? And we have wazar. Sound like bazaar. I bet you never forget that now. Wazar sounds like bazaar. You're never gonna forget. I ain't gonna forget it. Wazar is strange. Wazar is strange like bazaar is strange. You never know. Bazaar might come from this word, wazar. Because if I say this is in a strange thing or this is an in strange thing, I would say ba wazar. Ba wazar. And then next thing you know, you got ba wazar, bizarre. Never know, right? Right? What's the other one? Wow, wazar. I lost the page. Abagada, ha, wazar. So we're going back this way. All right? Okay. Yes, wazar. And then we got walad. And then we got walad. Right? Walad, which is a tense to say child. Right? Which comes from yalad. Yalad. Right? This is all words in the entire Hebrew book. So, you come across a word that's not one of these, 1, 2, 3, it might be Yiddish. Right? If you come across any word in Hebrew that don't begin with, that's not these right here, that begin with a wa, that is not a preposition. Other than that, a wa always means and. Right? All words that begin with a wa in our culture in the Bible, right, is these three right here. Right? Keep that in mind. Okay? Okay? Okay, no more questions online, right?
Lots.
Okay, good. I'll keep moving on, right?
Read it.
Mashamayash, I'm gonna erase this.
Okay.
All right. You can start reading Protest out. Okay. Sister Makudash, I'm gonna erase this too, all right?
And of all lands,
right,
of the whole world.
And of all, right? Go ahead.
Lands.
I know, and of all lands, right? So we got and of all, right? And of all. So we got wa, and we got ma, and then we got ka. And of all lands, right? So we got lands, and that's gonna be arataza. Arataza yum, because we got the plural there, right? Of all lands, right? This yum right here, right, is this S right here. Okay? Go ahead. And of all lands?
Of the whole world.
Of the whole world. Right? Of all Right in the Hebrew. Of all, right, is ma. And then we got kal. Okay? Of the whole world, right?
Okay.
Let's see if we can find the word whole. Of the whole world. Right? World is Iwalam. Right? It's not the same as earth. Right? Iwalam is the word for world, age or society. Right? Of the whole, meaning of the whole means everything. Right? It might be cow. Right? The is going to be ha. Ha is a preposition. Ha, ka. Okay? Of the whole world, keep it in.
Okay. Thou have chosen.
Right? Thou has chosen. Right? So that's going to be you. Right? It's going to be tha. Tha, bakar. Right? Because usually in the scriptures you're going to find tha as a preposition to say you. Right? Okay? You chose. You chosen. Now it could be, now it's chosen is past tense.
Okay.
Right? So how do we make things a past tense? You gotta put a ya in the middle of a word to make it past tense. The same way if it was choosing, you put a wa in the middle of a word and that kills shalom. Of course there's no shalom, right? Unless you are piecing. But if you want to say peace, you don't put a verb tense on it. You just let the word be peace. All right. So we're gonna put the tense on there. This thing is rubbish real good. Who watched this?
Hmm?
Somebody watched this?
I don't know what they did, sir.
It's the best. It's the best it's ever been. It's like it's brand new. It's the same old one, but it's working like it's new.
Like as I was saying it earlier when I took off the old.
Yeah.
On the board before.
God. So it's gonna be ba, and of course you're gonna put the ya in a place where the ba won't seem like a preposition because it's not here. Right? It's gonna be ba, ka, yar. Right? You chosen, past tense. Right? Chosen, right? Chosen, right? Keep going.
Okay. I have chosen thee one pit.
Yeah.
I have chosen thee one pit.
Ba, cha, yar. So ba, yar is gonna be written when you read it in the Tanakh. All right, you gotta look out for it. You gotta learn how to. You gotta use the alphabet sheet as you go along, right, and pick up. You know what I mean? How to adapt from reading the ancient to reading the Tanakh. It takes practice, and it's not as difficult as you think it is. You just want to master writing in the ancient, and then reading, and then you have here your guide, which you will get you from your camp leader, right? And you're gonna look at ba ga da, and then you're gonna learn to. That's why I'm going to take the officer's test. The officer's test is not something to be forgotten or to be passed in vain. You don't pass that test in vain. Don't do it for nothing. You gotta remember your officer's test, right? The ah here is the ah here. You have to learn to swap them out as you're reading along, right? So master writing this, and then keep in mind that you translate it to this in the Tanakh, which is with practice is not that difficult. How do I know? Why am I saying that? Because I did it. That's why I'm saying it. I'm saying it because I had an experience with it. You see what I'm saying? It might seem a little tricky, but you're gonna stutter a little bit. Just like any child. My child is still calling dog dog. Because of course his mother's a Benjamin, so he got the accent on their dal, and then he's not picking up the G sound because it's kind of faint in English. It's not the strong point of the word. So he's gonna say something's wrong, and then you have to correct it. You see what I'm saying? Which is gonna be the same thing with you. You're gonna go up there on Sabbath service, right? You're gonna blow the shapar right there, right? This thing right here is called a shapar, a ram's horn shapar. You're gonna have your menorah, your manara. You're gonna drink the wine, the yayan, and you're gonna get this the shaman poured on the brother's head at the end of the evening, right? Shaman is oil, right? And you're gonna go and you're gonna be up here. You're gonna conduct the service, right? And you're gonna stutter and you're gonna mess up, and you're gonna have two men right around you that's gonna correct you in the Hebrew, and we're gonna grow as a family. We're gonna grow as a family, all right? For sure, I don't want to be the only nigga here talking Hebrew. I'm not that crazy. I ain't not gonna be there talking to myself now. I mean, I need someone to talk to with it, and I want to get rid of this white man's English. All right. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. The one pit.
Oh, he chose one pit. So the Lord is going to say pit one. He's not going to say one pit. The Lord is going to say in Hebrew, he's going to say pit one. Now, pit is not a common word, but he's talking about the region of the land, right? So out of all continents on the earth, right, there's one pit. And he calls it a pit because a pit is a valley. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the word pit, which I'm not finding. I'm getting picture in my search. Go ahead, Brother.
So can you also kind of like look towards that as like the olive pit at the center of the olive?
The olive pit. If you get the scripture, I'm sure it will be Tuab, right? Pit here is bawar, right? So let me just make sure. When I go with I need the tablet to show everybody, right? So everybody can know what I'm doing, so they can do it along with me. Cool. I'm saying, gotta make sure everybody's not, dependent, right? Make sure you become independent in your talking and your words, which is the goal of every teacher of any child in any language. You know what I mean? You gotta find a way to not make him rely on your English and make him rely on his own, and teach him how to go to a store and ask for a bottle of water. You see what I'm saying? They taught us that in French, and I forgot it. It's like I was going to try to show off, but I forgot French. It was a long time ago. All right. Here's pit. All right, Bawar. Right. So this is Genesis 37 and 24. I'm going to go to the Tanakh. I'm going to go to Genesis 37. Genesis 37 and 24. Right? And the word pit here was not even bawar, it was bara. Ha-bara. That's why it's very important to go to the Tanakh where it's written at. So you can see how it's said. Right? Bara. Now, bara by itself, I think means flesh in one context. Okay, you got Bartholomew. Right? Bartholomew. I might be wrong about that. I think the Bartholomew might mean flesh. I think bar means son of something. I can't remember, right? We got rakah again over here, rakwa. Over here it's being used as empty. All right? It's being used as empty as rakah over here, but this is ra yakwa. Okay? So now that's another context for using this word in that way. Right? So you want to get used to the context. It's no different than saying right, R-I-G-H-T, right to say you're correct. And then it's R-I-G-H-T, right to say don't go left, go right. Right? So just look out for things like that, all right? And get used to, you got everything is context. So the pit and ha bawar, right? So we got the pit and the pit. All right? This is a whole different chapter and verse here, right? In the English, what is it saying in the English here? And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay. They put him in a pit. Genesis 37:24. You don't gotta go there. But
no, I remember I did no class with that's Joseph.
Okay, come. Oh, they threw Joseph in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, come, for sure. This is Joseph in the pit. And they cast Joseph and took him and cast him into the pit. And, say again? Come. So in English, we will put a comma here or something like this, or a period here, a full stop here, right? Right here. We put a period point right here and say, and the pit empty, no in it, water. There was no water in it. Right? See that door right there. Hold on 1 second. Open it up. Yeah. Okay. Careful about the door. We worried him, man. I'm here for us to that too, man. Oh my gosh, the martial arts master. Good night. All right, no problem, right? So the pit, we got pit here. We got Ra here, right? And then we got Baran, and we got Bawar. I want to say I want to check the concordance, right? Okay, we got the Kindle here. What I'm gonna do is I want to check the concordance, right? Kindle, go to Amazon Kindle, right? And we're gonna see if there is something else, another word instead of bar. If I can just say bar as the root word for bawar, because there is a Y in there. Okay, we go down to bar, and bar says, okay, this is Aramaic. Ignore that. All right. We got the same Aramaic word here in a various sense. Bar is beloved, also pure, empty. It's getting a little difficult here. Okay, hold on. Create, cut down, word feed, select. I'm not getting what I want here. I'm not getting the pit that I was looking for. So that means I wouldn't put bar as itself here. All right, we got bara here. Bara, which is the word that we saw. Okay, which says primitive root to select, also denominative to feed, to render clear, to select feed. I'm not getting what I want here. Right, this one is a little sticky. I need some more research on here. So let's go to Bawar and see what Bawar says. All right, we're gonna go to Bawar. Rasha. Okay, and Bawar means bore. I mean they bored something into the ground. What I do? I clicked on a concordance code. I wasn't supposed to, by accident. Okay, Bawar. Here we go. All right, Bawar, a dungeon, fountain, pit. Okay, a dungeon or a fountain or a pit is Bawar. So let's stick with Bawar, so we can have Bawar in mind. Fountain is a Bawar, meaning what? A well is a Bawar. All right. Chose the one pit, and that's good that it said that too. Oh, I did it. Hold on, the whole. Well, I got this upside down. My bad. Y'all in your own time, you just put that up and down, right? So now we get the word pit. Is Bawar. Right? Pit is Bawar. Right? And that pit is also a fountain. And the Garden of Eden, our land, is like a fountain. It's the land of four rivers. Right? It's called by scientists the fertile crescent, in other words, the motherland, because the woman is fertile to give birth, that's how we look. That's what it's called, the motherland, because a mother is fertile to bring forth a child. When she's gonna bring forth a child too, her water breaks, right? Because she's fertile. If a woman cannot have kids, you would say she is not fertile. You say that cow is not fertile. The slave masters used to look on our mothers, right, in slavery, and say she's fertile, she's not fertile. You know what I mean? To say what? They can have kids or who cannot have kids. And the fertile crescent, Our land was called the Fertile Crescent. What land am I talking about? Oh, they took down the map. Okay, they took down the map. We probably need a new map, right? But we're talking about the so-called Middle East. You see what I'm saying? Middle of what? The middle of the earth. East just means Asia. This was the middle of the earth on the Asian continent, right? Middle East, meaning Near East. Then you have the Far East, which is China now. And you have the Near East, which is the Middle East, right? Okay, good, right? And the Lord chose one pit. That would be Bawar, Akkad. And I'm doing it like this because we don't have the Apocrypha in Hebrew on deck, right? I got two Apocrypha in Hebrew at home, but it's kind of hard to navigate, being that the pages and everything. Sometimes they use a strange dialect of Hebrew on the top, and then the text is going to be like normal, but the top was written by Jewish people, the Thailand, right? So sometimes it's hard to navigate. But we're going to work on it. We're going to learn to navigate that, and we're going to bring those to class. And the print is very small too. All right. But the Lord has made one pit. One in Hebrew is Akkad. Right? Akkad. Okay. Good. Okay. Any more on that? Any more on that there, Professor?
Come.
Go ahead.
And of all the flowers thereof, one living.
Come. We're running out of time here, right? So we're just gonna put the keywords here. Maybe I should keep going like this so people can pick up the way of how Hebrew flows. Yeah.
Salaki, so if I may, I like the flow of this right here.
Yeah, you like the flow of
Yeah, because it's then you got how it blends together. How it blends. Because a lot of people, it sounds like one word, but meanwhile you got, you know what I'm saying? It's 2 or 3 words there. Like and of all.
Come. Okay, no problem. Read the scripture again there.
All right. And of all the flowers.
Okay, so we got and of all, right? The and is a preposition, of is a preposition. So you're gonna put the wa, right? And you're gonna put the ma, and you're gonna put the all, which is kal. Wa makal. Right? So we said that a lot. We said it here. Wa makal, and of all flowers. Right? We know that the in the Hebrew. Let me prepare to have enough space on the board to fit everything. Right? And of all the, right? The is gonna be ha. Right? That's how we say ha, and of course there's a preposition. So you're not gonna write that by itself. It's gonna be ha something. Okay? Okay, and also we're gonna get the word flower. What do I do again? Right? I don't go straight to the concordance, so it might take forever. Right? I use my biblical calculator. Why am I saying that? It works just like a calculator. It's a cheat code. Run to everywhere. Right? Flower. Right? Put in flower in my search, and then I get the results for flowers. I got Exodus as one witness, right? Leviticus got a different word. That's why you gotta be careful. Right? Numbers got a different word. So we got 50:79 here. We got 65:25 here, and then we got 65:25 in Exodus. So we got Exodus and Numbers working together. What about Samuel? Samuel got a different one. We got 67:31 here. Okay. These are flowers. Might be different kind of flower. We got 65:25 again in Kings. All right. In Chronicles too, 65:25. We got different kind of flowers here. We got 67:31 in Isaiah. We got 67:1 in these other places. So let's look at these and see what's going on here, right? Make candlesticks, the flowers, okay, almonds. And flowers, so it might be a kind of flower going on here. So we gotta be cautious of what word we use. If we're gonna find an official word right now, we got parak, right? from 5. Okay, it says calyx, natural or artificial. So this might be a fake flower, right? Because we're making things onto. We got 3 bowls made like almonds and a branch with a knot and a flower. So this is a fake flower. That's being said here. That's parak. Parak is a fake flower. Okay. Okay. And if any man lie with her at all, her flowers be upon him. So this is not talking about an actual flower. This is talking about a woman or a sister on her flower. This is a period. Right? 5079. Right? 5079. This is not that. Let me write this down. But it might be important for sisters, right? We got sisters on the chat here. Right? On her flower, period. Let's put period here. It may not make period the first one. It might be offensive. I don't know. Okay? We got the sisters at the Passover gonna buy, what do you call it again?
Robes.
But the
red robes and blue robes.
No, red and white.
Red and white.
Red and white. But they got a name for it, right? It's called a sisters.
Not a kishah.
Yeah, not the Hebrew. It's not Hebrew. But
no, it's not Hebrew. Is it kishah?
See if anybody online, even a sister, right? What was the name that we use for the flowers that you wear in Passover, you buy for $10 to say whether you're married or single, right? Let's put that on there, right?
Oh man, I know it is. I know the word.
Yeah, someone gonna put it online, right? Mashamaya, I'm saying you might know. You know what I mean? It was every commercial the Black Watch was always saying Corsage.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you're saying. Corsage. Okay, there you go. A corsage. Right? It's not a real flower. It's a corsage, and that is parak. Parak. There we go. Good. Okay. Then we got what? The sister is on a period. Period. And that is nada. If I'm getting that right, let me check again. All right. It says nada. Right, there we go, right? Nada. Menstruation. That's menstruous. That is the scientific name for period. There's separation. You see what I'm saying? No problem, all right? She becomes unclean. Okay, so now let's see the other flowers. And that's why it's very important to just not see flower in the Bible and pick a name. And you don't know what you name in this sister. That's why it was so key that General Korbalamov created a Lashawan Qadash department. Now brothers, Hebrew teachers come together and we gotta look at the names. Because you might see, I want to name this sister Flower. You name her Nada, and Nada is period. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Don't look at that sign over there. It says don't be sure, make sure. You gotta make sure you're doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? You have the intention of the law and the letter of the law. You want to make sure that you have the right intention of the law. Okay? No problem, right? Flowers be upon him. And that is sick of flowers. Remember now, see, they got the same concordance code, 5079, because that's Nada. Okay, here we go. We got a different one now. We got 6525. We have over here 6525, the same one. That's parak. We don't want parak. Because that's a corsage. Right? The flower of thine age is not saying what that is. What is this flower of thine age? This is anash. So it's talking about his man, being a man, being, his manhood. Okay? First Kings, and cedar of the house within was carved with knops and open flowers. And all was cedar, there was no stone. Okay, let's see what this says here. It's talking about Solomon's house. All right, we got Tazar, which is tree. We went over that earlier. Okay, it's used here as flower 10 times, the word tree. All right, Tazar. Now, with this now, right? You go here. You see how you got 2 options to use here. That means you got to go to the scripture and look for the text. All right. So that flower that's in 1 Kings 6 and 18.
6 and 18.
Yeah, 1 Kings 6 and 18. Read, Babu Shah.
And 1 Kings 6 and 18. And the cedars of the house within was carved with knops and open flowers.
And what open what?
Open flowers.
So we get for flowers we got here taza yum. You see? So down here it says taza. Okay, it says taza ya taza. You know, right? So taza ya taza, right? But here it's taza without the ya in the middle because the ya is like a text. They say flowered, meaning it's opened, flowered. Because that's technically what everybody wants. They want the flower when it's open. But flower by itself, right, is taza without the ya in the middle. Right? So there we go. We learned something. Right? The flower. Right? So Lord willing, we remember this forever. There's not much words like this. It's taza. Right? And it's gonna be written like this. Taza. Right? Taza. That's flower. Right? We learn what flower is now. Taza. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go back to 2nd Nephi's 5:20, and where was that? 24. No problem. Let's go.
All right. So, and of all the flowers.
And of all the flowers. We're gonna put it flowers, young, right? Young. Young, right? That young right here is the same flowers. Okay? And of all the flowers, wa makal ha taza yum. Right? Wa makal ha taza yum. Now we're not speaking English no more. Wa makal ha taza yum. One more time. Wa makal ha taza yum. Okay, go ahead.
Thereof.
And of all the flowers,
one lily.
One lily. And of all the flowers, one lily. It's going to say lily one, right? Lily should be Lily is the name of Susanna, right? So it's gonna be like Shawashana. Shawashana is how you say Susanna in Hebrew. Just take out the tenses to get the loan word. It should be something like Shashan, right? Shashan. Shashan. Right? Shashan is lily, right? And then one, we know that one is a card. Okay? Remember now, every Hebrew word is based on two or three Hebrew letters. 2 or 3 Hebrew letters. Jeremiah mentioned the guitar yesterday. Guitar is kanar. Kanar, all right? Kanar is a guitar. Right? And then, God, that's what I remember for now, right? Okay? Let me take a picture of this here. Okay, you can read the next verse if you want to, brothers, all right? Okay, so, well, Kasaj, okay, let me put flower over here. Right, and then we got flower. Flower is taza. Right. Okay. That's Shoshan too. It's deep. Because remember what the letters mean. We got Sha, and then a Na. Okay. We know that Sha it means teeth, right? So it's saying teeth. In our way, that's to say many teeth. If I say you go to a club and there's no, when you go to the club, you will see girls. It doesn't mean there's 1, 2, 3 girls. It means there's a lot of girls there. You see what I'm saying? When you see teeth like that, it means many teeth, right? Meaning this is a flower that got many points, because that teeth in images to say points. And then the Na is from the one, which means sprout, meaning this is a plant where the flower has many points. You can do this with anything. All right. Okay. What's the next verse, Pratisa?
Verse 25.
Go ahead.
And of all the depth of the sea.
And all of the depths of the sea. Go ahead.
Thou hast filled thee one river.
Okay, hold on. So we got Wa Makab. Right? No, we're running out of time. We got to just get the keywords, all right? And of the depth of the sea. So what we're going to do is we're going to find, depth is not a common word in here. Well, I'm going to still, okay, and say it from the top again.
And of all the depth of the river, the depth of the sea, thou hast filled the one river.
Okay, so we got filled in there. That's a good word. Let's see if we can get depth in there. Okay, depths we got 8451. It says Thaham. It means deep. All right, from 1914 and abyss. Right, so I want to know what 1914 is. Okay, so everyone understood. I put in depth. Right, depth, right, and then what's gonna come up is 8415 everywhere in Exodus, Deuteronomy, Job, and Psalms. Right, it's the same one. All right, so we got witnesses here. What's the other one saying? We got Psalms here. Psalms. Okay, this is the 84. These are all saying same ones too. I think one of them was different, but let's not worry about that one. Let's worry about the language at large. Okay. And these are depths and heights. That's something different. That's not what we want right now. We want the depth of the sea. The depth has covered them, talking about the Egyptian army. Okay, this is cover. Okay, that's cover. Cover is kasa. Okay, that's not what we want right now. We want depths. Depth is Thaham. Thaham is depth. It says from 1949. We'll put 1949 in there. 1949. And let me see what comes up. The word destroy was there, right? Okay, and the word for destroy is Hawam. Okay, Hawam. So go back to depth. All right, go back to depth. All right, and then find a scripture. The depths have covered them with Exodus 15:5. Go to the Tanakh. Exodus 15:5, and the depths. There we go. Thaham. Right? They put the ta on the end to say category. Right? To say like the seas or the oceans. So Thaham. Right? Deep. Depth is from deep. Right? We're gonna say, for now, we're gonna say Thaham. I believe there's a sister in school called Tahama. It might be saying that the sister's deep. You know what I mean? It might be heavy on some, I don't know, right? But deep is that, right? The depth of the what? The sea. Sea is usually young. Sea is young. That's how we get Ma young, because Ma is of And yam is sea. Water comes from the sea. Right? Yam. Right? Go. Read this what's up again.
Come.
First up.
And of all the depth of the sea.
Right, the depth, the of the sea, yam, keep going.
Thou hast filled the one river.
Filled. We want the word filled. River is Nahar. River is Nahar. Right? Nahar is river. Nahar. Okay? I want the word filled. Feel like I want to fill my belly with some chicken right now too, man. Filled. Okay, we got 4390. Fill the violence, filled the bottle with water. So 4390. Filled her pitcher, 4390. Right, so we get some good results here. 4390. Let's get some other books. Exodus, different. Oh, but we got 4390 here. We got 4309 right here. Same thing, right? So this is what 4390 is. And it is Mala'ah. Mala'ah means to fill. Fill 107 times. Fill full 48 times. Fulfill 28 times. Right? So we can rely on Mala'ah. Fill. Right? Remember this one here, Mala'ah. I've come across this word many times too, Mala'ah.
So if I may?
Yeah.
It's actually filled like it's already filled up.
God. Already filled up.
Yeah.
And it says of not, Mala'ah. Meaning you have the haves and then you have the have-nots. God, you can bring it. Right? You have the have and you have the have-nots. So this is of not, right? Meaning filled. So you want to stay in the car? You want to stay in the car? Right, you come in, you staying out. All right, no problem, right? Okay, fill is mala'ah. Okay, yeah, close the door, 10 minutes, give me 10 minutes, all right? All right, fill is mala'ah. All right, so we got deep is taham, sea is yam, and remember that yam now, remember from our land, the sea was always in the west. Yam also became the way for west. That's why you sometimes see brothers say one west, they'll say yam akad, or akad yam, to stay one west. Right, so we put west in here, so remember, west. We say every week, east is Qadam, right? Okay. Keep reading verses up.
Oh God. And of all built cities, thou have hallowed Zion.
Right.
Unto thyself.
Right. Okay. So out of all hallowed cities, right? Say again. Build is banana. Right. So build. And all built cities, right? Built come from build, and build is banana. Right? No, built city. City is Ireland, like Ireland, right? Ireland, right? Say it again.
Slack, y'all. I have a question.
Let's finish that verse first and get the question. Right?
Built city, thou have hallowed Zion.
Hallowed is holy. HOLLOWED. Holy. We know the holy is Qadash. Right? Holy is Qadash. Right? That was hallowed what?
Zion.
All right? Zion in the Hebrew is Tazayawan. Zion. sometimes for the S in the Apocrypha, right? Zion is Taza, Ya, one, right? We know that one at the end of you see a one at the end of any word. That means person, place, or thing. Okay. So now we might have a little curiosity to what the Taza Ya is, right? What we're gonna do is, when it comes to things like that, you want to go straight to your Zondervan's, all right? To see if it gives us a definition here. Zondervan's. There's none here. They're probably in the back. They probably moved them to the back, right?
Okay.
If we run to the back right quick. You know what it is? It's probably in the chemical. We probably need some more Zondervan's. People outside, make sure you pay attention, right? Right. We need books for camp and books for in the school. Let me begin Google something. Right? Zion definition.
Here's the definition of Zion, the hill of Jerusalem on which the city of David was built.
What does Zion mean? The name Zion is of Hebrew origin, meaning highest point. Zion. I don't see that happening. Zion be the highest, but I don't know about that one there. I gotta say Google. I'm more right than you today. I know a little bit of Hebrew. All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go. Let's go to let's see if we can get something in the concordance on Kindle here. Okay. Let's get ta, za, and then ya. Tazaya with Tazaya one. There you go. Right? Tazaya one was from a desert place. It was a desert. Okay. We want to find this Tazaya. Right? An unused root means the parch. Okay, but the ya could just be, hold on. The Tazaya one. Same as 25, 67, 25 in the sense of conspicuous, a monumental guiding pillar. Okay, Tazawar, desert, barren. Not sure at this point. Compared to 5397, what's this? That's not Tazak. That's not what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Tazah, yeah, one. Go ahead, Tazah. Yeah.
I see another definition because you want the meaning of Zion, correct?
Right.
They say they got this. The scriptures refer to Zion as the city of holiness.
City of holiness is Qadash, and city is Ire. All right, so it would have been more like not Ires, Yar. Damn, thinking of Ireland. That's my bad. In English, they put it as Ires, Yar. There we go, Ire. But they have it as Ire too, right? Okay, I know Iyar is city. Right? They have it as they have IR, but then you have it's still like this. Right? You see this. All right, you see this. If you don't know if it's this or that, right? This is the word for city when you come across it. Ire, right? So it's Ire. I was right the first time. But it's a bit hard to pronounce. That's why I was gonna say like Ireland. Right? Ire. All right, but that's how you're gonna see the word for cities everywhere. All right, sometimes you might see IR, but you're gonna see this. You're gonna go in there Tanakh, you're gonna see this like that. That means city. Okay. This other definition right here looks like it. Keziah 1. Okay, we can't spend too much time on this right here though. Okay. 5329. Keep going.
Calm down. Unto him, unto thyself.
Unto thyself. Okay. Keep reading.
Calm. Verse 26. And all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
There you go. One dove. That dove is a good one too. Okay, so let's get the dove. Say it from the top again.
Oh, and of all the fowls that are created.
Okay, fowl is going to be, fowl is like saying a bird, right? Bird is Iwap, right? Okay, you can eat. Iwap is the main word to say like chicken, but it's really just bird, right? And then you have a dove, right? You can eat a chicken, and you can eat a dove. Okay, what is a dove? A dove is just a pigeon. Okay. All of the. Okay. Keep reading. Oh, we gotta get a dove, right?
Come.
Okay, so just read that part again, Moshe.
Come. Verse 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
All right, so we got dove in Genesis 8 and 8. Noah, he sent out a dove, right? He sent out a dove to go find land because the Lord covered the earth, right? He covered the earth. We went over cover earlier. Cover is kasah, right? Maybe I should put kasah in here, right? Cover. You want to cover a pot. You want to cover anything, right? Kasah. Because you can just say kasawa. What does kasawa mean? Kasawa. Cover. Why the end of a word means it, right? Or he, or it. It and he is the same thing. Cover it, kasawa. So we got cover it, right? Which is going to be kasawa. Kasawa. Cover it. How would you write in the Hebrew? Ka, sa, ha, and a wa, right on it, like that. You're not gonna put no spaces between that wa, okay? It's a preposition. Not a preposition. It's a possessive. Possessives and prepositions. You don't put spaces between that and the word it's joined to, right? Dove is Yawana, right? Ya, wa, na. Okay, good. Right, keep reading.
Okay.
Where does it end? What verse does it end at? All the favorite stuff.
All the favorite stuff. It ends. Ends at 28.
And what verse are we at now?
We at 26.
Okay, not bad. Let's keep pushing. Okay, go ahead.
And of all the cattle that are made, thou have proved thou one sheep.
Okay, of all the cattle is probably gonna be a lot, right? Oh, it's not Slakia. It's Ba. Oh, Slakia. Hold on. Let's get some more evidence. Need some more witnesses here. We got 929. Then we got 4739. Okay, but it might be meaning this one right here, 929, but this is from Genesis. The files, this one says Baha Ma. right? So cattle, when it says cattle here, it's saying beasts, right? All of the beasts. Beast is ba, ha, ma. Okay? Bahama. And out of all of the beasts is what?
That all the beasts that are made, thou have proven thou one sheep.
Sheep. Okay. Sheep is taza'an. Okay. Sheep. Right. Taza'an. Right. That in Hebrew right there. Taza'an. Taza'an. Okay. Keep reading. Okay. Taza'an.
Verse 27.
Okay.
And among all the multitude.
And of all the multitude, right? Multitude is crowds of people, right? How would you say multitude? Crowd? Multitude, right? Crowd. Multitude of what?
Multitude?
Multitude.
Of people.
Of people. So of all the crowd. Let's say crowds. Right? Crowd, which is going to be multitude, is going to be ha-ma-wan. Ha-ma-wan. Right? The word harmony comes from this too, because the people in harmony, right? In a crowd singing the same song, they sing it in harmony. The word harmony comes from ha-ma-wan. And that's not a joke, right? That's the word harmony in English. Harmony comes from ha-ma-wanya. You see what I'm saying? That's how the word harmony in English comes from. Because English is born out of Hebrew, right? And that word is from multitude, meaning you could have a band or an orchestra. And if they're playing together, this crowd of people on the stage, playing all these violins together and the trumpet and the drum together, they're playing a harmonious song. Harmonious, that's where that thing comes from, all right? Okay. Keep reading. Or out of the multitude of people in Hebrew. People, I forgot what people is. I forgot what people is. I'm gonna be mad when I look at it right now too. $5971, and it says, "I am." Come on, man. Every prayer we say this, man. People is I am. Because I got I right here, it's tripping me up. I am. Right? So it's going to be written like so. In the Yiddish, it's going to be I'm. Right? Or I am. Right? So when you see in Hebrew, okay, the last letter of the word is going to be the other box. Right? It's going to be written like this. You see that. That is people. Right? In Spanish, gente with a G. Gente. Right? Keep reading.
Thou have a multitude of people.
That Isaiah one is supposed to be constitution something. Right? That's where our laws is being put on a. That's where our mountain was at for our government and everything. That's where the city of David was built on Mount Zion. That Isaiah one is supposed to be constitution something. That's what that is. I can't remember what it is. I gotta look it up. But I remember something from old research that said that Isaiah one is really constitution of something. All right, we're gonna get more research into that. All right, keep going.
Thou have a multitude of people. Thou has gotten thee one people.
And the Lord has only chose one people. We know who that is. That is Yasha Allah Israel. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, which make up the 12 tribes, and that is the one people. And he says one people, meaning Negroes and Latinos are the same race. Latinos and Native Indians are the same race. Native Indians and Negroes are the same race. There was a law called the Treaty of Payne's Landing. Right? The Treaty of Payne's Landing was a law. Payne meaning white man's name, Payne. P-A-Y-N-E. Payne's Landing. Right? And his treaty says that it's illegal from some point in like the late 1800s. The Trail of Tears, whatever time that was, the Trail of Tears. Right? That Trail of Tears was from the action of the law called the Treaty of Payne's Landing that made it illegal for a Native Indian to remain east of the Mississippi River. So if you was a Native Indian and you didn't want to get dragged onto the Trail of Tears across from New York going to the Mississippi River, which is in the middle of the goddamn country, man. You know what I mean? From Florida, all the Reubenites I was down there, right? Them Reubenites, they didn't quit though. Everyone, all of the other Native Indians, all the other Gadites, they said, you know what? We're no longer Native Indians, we're niggas. And that's how they did not get dragged through the Trail of Tears. All of the Seminole Indians, the tribe of Reuben, they was like, hell no, we ain't saying that we black. We love the brothers. We helped them get off the station. We fought for them when they go to the station, but we're not giving up our heritage because he's the blessing unto him and the prophecy of Reuben is that he's a tribe of dignity, and he wouldn't give up being not being called the Seminole of his tribes. You see what I'm saying? So he got dragged along through the Trail of Tears and was carried from boats from Florida to Mississippi, and he settled in a place called the Seminole Creek Territory. Right? So that was the Reubenites. They got dragged from Florida to the Mississippi River to a place called the Seminole Creek Territory. That's where the tribe of Reuben is at. Until maybe later on the kids, just as Israel do, they integrate into society. And now Native Indians in New York are calling themselves black people. You see what I'm saying? So you got black people as the Native Indians in New York who always been here, and then you have the brothers from North Carolina and then brothers from the South come up who are the Judas from the plantations, and that's what make up the blacks in your cities today. All right? Right? Gadas and Judas, right? So let's keep reading. That's the one people the Lord is talking about, because Native Indians and Negroes are the same race of people. All right? No problem, right? Keep reading.
Okay. God indeed one people.
Uh-huh.
And unto this.
So it'll be I'm Akkad, one people. I'm Akkad, right? Keep going.
And unto this people whom thou lovest.
The Lord loved these people. Love the Hebrews. Aha. Right? Love is Aha. This is the same name as King Ahab. Right? Aha. Aha. Keep reading. Do the Lord love it? Right?
Love it. Love it.
Right.
Thou gavest a law.
They gave a law. Law should be a lawyer or Thara, right? For the Torah, right? We're gonna get there in a second. Hold on. Love is Ahab. This. You said this people, right? This is Zah. Right? This is Zah. Okay? Lord, let me get a confirmation of law in the scriptures. I know lawyer is his name. His name is how you got law in English. From Levi. Levi in Hebrew is lawyer. And somehow, per the fact that in court, it's called a lawyer. Right? So let me just get law right quick. Right? We got many results. Okay, hold on. Lord, we got H541. Hold that for against father-in-law. We got content. We got daughter-in-law. We got son-in-law. That's not what we want. We want the law. Commandments, my laws. We got here. H451 is Tara. Okay, Tara. Father-in-law, daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law. It's a law. Joseph made a law. Let me see what that says. 2706. It says Kakwa, which is statute 87 times. Okay, a law giver, father-in-law, one law, 8451, which is Star Ra, right? Star Ra shall be to him. Okay, Lord. Star Ra is Lord 219 times. So law is Star Ra. Let me see how the proper way how they write it in the writings. Okay. That's let's get good old Deuteronomy. Let me get it from there. Okay. 8451. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 28:58. Deuteronomy 28:58. I mean, this is after this we're gonna head out of here, right? It says Star Ra with a Y in there. Let me just check the other ones. Let me go back to Genesis where I first saw it. And law, kept my law. Genesis 26:5. Oh, let me people online. Genesis 24:5. Oh, that's the Kindle. Genesis 26:5. Okay. Okay, there we go. Tha or Ra. Okay, there we go. So law. Is that the last of it? Of those verses. Verses up.
The law, it gives the law that is approved of all.
There we go. Approved of all, right? We know all its color already, right? There we go, right? And that covers everything for the Lord's favorite things, according to 2 Esdras chapter 5, all right? And with that, I pass the class to priest and officer Paratazar.
Clap it up for the class.
Okay.
Men of Israel, you're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Lashawan Qadash. Yahweh Class dismissed.